And now, it's time for all your expertise and training to come to a head. And spoiler alert, you can't lose. Yeah, essentially, the object of this race is to go and find a golden bird and take the statue that's on his tail. Really not too hard, and they do mark the bird for you, so he's not exactly difficult to find, especially against all these yellow clouds. But he can be a bit hard to really, nail, so be extra careful when trying to fly around. If I had some advice for you on this, I'd have to say fly as high as possible and then nosedive down as quickly as possible to nosedive on top of the bird, or follow Groose the whole time, and essentially, the bird will turn. Once he does so, quickly charge through above Groose and then try and grab it. Once you've done so once, Groose will interfere with your flying, clearly going against the headmaster's orders. He is clearly against the rules of society. And afterwards, you'll get into a more difficult but still unlosable version of the race, where Colin, the short, pudgy little guy, will basically throw heat-seeking eggs at you. Yes, eggs. They're heat-seeking missiles, though. He either has the greatest aim ever, or he has engineered heat-seeking missiles. Nonetheless, eventually, you'll be able to get the bird statue, which basically proves that you've won the race. So after that, hopefully it wasn't too difficult, and now you finally ended the race. You're a knight now! just press B. You really don't need my advice. The only reason I'm saying that is because there's actually a lot of cutscenes coming up, and if you're just playing along and don't actually care about the story right now, I'd recommend just skipping ahead. So, just a heads up for all of you guys who are watching this as a walkthrough. Ah, yes. The old classic video game trope, Watson. Evil ghost girl leading you into a courtyard. Ah, I love it. Anyway, if you check the cupboard, you'll get a quick, easy 5 rupees, which I would definitely recommend that you do, because we're about to be spending some money, and if you don't know what you're doing, you might end up spending, like, up to 80 rupees on things. 70 rupees minimum, but I can actually show you how to only spend about 20. But, you know, that's a story for another time. Anyway, so you're going to want to follow this little ghost girl with bedsheet arms and laser fishnets through Skyloft. Am I sure that she's safe? Actually, yeah, she's fine, but we'll get to her later on. So essentially, she's going to be leading you around Skyloft, and you're just going to have to follow her around. Also, this nice little theme plays, so at the very least, it's kind of, like, weirdly spiritual. I mean, I'd say it's kind of like a chic moment, you know, but nonetheless. She'll actually wait up for you if you ever fall behind, so it's not like this is some high-speed chase. So don't worry about that. And as you can see, we'll find Mia hanging around in the middle of the night. But as it turns out, Eric read the Necronomicon, and now she is possessed by a deadite. Like that. Yeah, so, sure. They found the Nobi tapes in the basement, and that's kind of an issue, but, well, I can understand. Now anyway, you can actually kill Mia, which would be kind of sad, because she is a pet, but yeah, you can't actually kill her. Essentially, you just slash her, and she'll kind of retreat, and she really won't attack you afterwards. And then, immediately after that, you can try and throw her off, but turns out she flies. Kind of like Momo from the Avatar. You know, the Avatar. Wow, I sounded 40 when I said that just now. If you drop down to this ledge, you'll also get a nice 20 rupees, which, again, I would definitely recommend you get. And what I also find kind of funny is you can actually pick up Mia, and she'll, like, try and claw your eyes out. It's all just very strange. Yeah, so I think I actually caught, like, a silhouette or, like, a brief glimpse of her flying. Yeah, right there, you can see her silhouette, and she's kind of just, like, floating around, which is sort of terrifying. Actually, it kind of reminds me of Pommy from the Bomberman games a little bit, but yeah, so essentially what we've learned is that Mia has elicited every single reference in my Uber. Afterwards, you really won't have to deal with enemies too much, but this is another good opportunity to get some things like Choo Choo Jelly or Monster Claws if you've already obtained some, and of course, lucky me, I didn't get a single one. So, yeah, par for the course, I guess. What's even sadder is that there are 2 of these guys, and not only that, you'll split them into 4, so there's an incredibly good chance that you should at least get 1. As far as not getting a Monster Claw, I can understand there's only like 2 keys in the area, but oh well, who cares. What's kind of funny is I actually get tuckered out here, and Link just kind of automatically starts sprinting back into this area again, and Keese is just frozen in the cutscene, so that's rather strange. Afterwards, this weird armless girl will float into the wall, and it'll dissipate. Yeah. Alright then. Yeah, this is all very mysterious, but trust me, it'll make a lot more sense in just a few seconds. So, after that, you're going to want to follow her inside of her creepy cave in the goddess statue, because clearly her leading you through a dangerous path full of demonic cats and evil bats, and then also disappearing into a random cave immediately after you've been attacked by a giant black tornado is not suspicious in the slightest. Way to gain my trust, video game. Way to gain my trust.
Skyward Sword. Against Zelda's Mesa. I need to set the house. Your little star is on. The best of my season, Mari Madasis. Usually what's some guys. Here's the little your life. Jesus was some reliable. Nobody has that one so. That's at the lines should be loose. Nobody had no how you be loose. Sword. The vessel is somewhat stable. soon. Little Kamas was at this. How we are with we are at soon. Mada Susho. Within you are the soul. How you need it to listen. You're somebody, some won't wash. You're somebody, some is the
So after all that's done, you get the option to save your game once again, and join me in the next video when I show you how to prepare for returning to the surface. Alright, see you then!